Alright everyone, Nate and Beth once again returning, once again coming your way to continue our reviews of Friday the 13th, the series, in this case...
Episode 6 of Season 3, Bad Penny, and it was actually a recall object from Season 2.
Recall?
Well, recall, I guess.
Recall.
Whatever.
What's that jingle from?
I have no idea.
Total Recall.
Whatever. So it's a coin that was a coin of Zion. I can't remember.
It's a coin of whatever the hell it is.
From episode 2, where the cult...
Season 2?
Season 2, yeah. I said episode 2. I meant season 2. Where the cult had the coin and was trying to bring back certain religious, well, anti-religious people. So it killed Mickey, and then Mickey came back. And now it's the coin got dug up because some construction company was, digging up the lot. And then what happened in the beginning that looked kind of cool?
You're talking about what? The
Yeah.
skeleton hand looked like it was reaching for the coin, only to be, I guess it was just moving because the claw dug up the skeleton that was next to it. And we were like, what's going on? And that scene reminds me of an early episode of the Quincy TV show where they got Beth's getting all mad that I'm going into another TV show where they find some bones and they reconstruct what the guy, I think, looked like, and his age, and sex, preferences, favorite candy.
Okay, what are we talking about, Quincy or Friday the 13th?
Both.
Oh.
Dun 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 dun.
And
Anyway,
this, my friends, is why we're gonna get rid of Nate. And I'm teasing.
we gotta get to 13 minutes somehow.
Well,
and since this episode sucked, I'm trying to get to that 13-minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
So they find some construction companies digging the hell out of this former place where all this satanic shit happened, and
the coin just happens to stay above ground. It should have gotten dug up and put into, whatever place they put the rest of the bones, because the guards are like, we don't want to tell people about the skeleton because the cops would be all over the place. And oddly enough, the cops were there later for some kind of stakeout, trying to trade money for drugs, and then they gave an empty case, but the drugs were there, and the coin just happened to be staying on the ground, and the cops were shooting, and I don't know, I think the bad guy got a hold of the coin. No, the cop got a hold of the coin. The cop got a hold of the coin.
So then you were right. The bad guy got a hold of it.
The bad guy got a hold of it. And the crook is like, oh, what you gonna do? And he's like, well, call it in the air. And then that's how the cop found out that the coin landed on heads and did the little coin light thing. And Zapparoonie. And killed the gangster. And so the papers next day were like, cop killed in shootout, and assailant has weird branding on forehead, possible occults from years ago. And so they're bringing the episodes, kind of intertwining them, and I don't know how many times we watched Mickey die again and again and again. Well, they showed that scene from season 2 like 3 or 4 times.
No, I think it was just 2 times.
No,
At first I was worried that this was going to be a filler episode full of all kinds of scenes from the other one, but that was just pretty much a shot of Mickey dying over and over. Beth thinks it's 3 or 4. It was 2.
I don't know.
Twice at least, maybe thrice. I wasn't paying attention. I was bored and depressed because it's...
Yeah, okay, we know
winter.
it's still cold.
Freaking down into the teens tonight.
Okay, we're not talking about the weather. We're not talking about Quincy. We're talking about Friday the 13th, the series, and trying to give an overview.
Mickey's depressed this whole episode because once she finds out the coin is dug up her back, she's like all afraid to die again because she didn't find dying pleasant. I think it'd be a lot. Anyway, I won't continue that line
Yeah,
of thinking.
please. Thank you. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna just la 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 la. Anyway,
she's
so the cop
depressed.
tries to figure out how the coin works, and he's like, "Oh well." Doing a little bit of research, he finds out that the coin takes life to give life. So he has the coin, and because he killed the gangster person with it, it's like charged up. So he goes to the morgue and
Oh yeah, did we mention that his partner died at the beginning?
that's what I tried to mention, yes.
So he wants his partner back, and how does he? I don't understand.
He
Does
just
he
puts-
read in some book that he
Yeah,
can
he
bring
did.
life back together?
He did research on it.
Back
I just said he did research on the coin and found out how it worked.
Well, I'm
Are
out
you
of.
listening to me?
I'm out of it.
I'm hoping
I'm-
that the people are listening
out
to
of it.
me.
So
We're about
he-
halfway into the review.
Okay, so he goes into the. He goes to the morgue and brings him back to life. For some reason, he uncovers this face of corpse. Maybe the makeup man just had it burnt and all destroyed head for some reason, and we're just like, Beth's like, who's that? I'm like, I don't know. What's his
He was
freaking? I
looking
couldn't
for
read
his
the toe
partner,
tag.
and he
Anyway,
unzipped a
To make the
possible.
long story not
burn
as long,
victim,
he brings
yeah.
his partner back.
The
and-
partner's not the same. It's not like
Nah.
Mickey came back, and every time that they die for a certain long moments of time, they're not 100%. So his partner's kind of slow, and
Oh God! Like this episode.
and Johnny somehow gets the coin, and I don't know. Because the bad guys killed a prostitute in hopes to bringing back the gangster to find out where the money was so they could go on vacation.
Oh, they never.
that was the
never-
whole thing.
They never. Yeah, they never.
They wanted the coin to get the partner back so they could kill the prostitute that set him up, to kill the guy. To bring back the guy to find out where the money is so they can go on vacation.
He originally cheated him out of the money at the beginning of the episode.
So that was the intention of it, but Johnny got a hold of the coin after the gangster or the cops killed the prostitute in hopes to bring back the gangster, and Johnny brings back his dad, which in the beginning of the episode he's like, "Oh, my dad died this time of year and I miss him," and
He's got this picture
So
of them fishing at the
he-
lake in 1987.
he has the coin, and he was at the shop with it, but then Jack and Mickey were upstairs, and Jack's like, "Not now," so he's like, "Okay, whatever, fuck it." Digs up his dad's grave, and uses the coin to revive his dad.
Ugh.
So it's kind of convoluted. We really don't know the kills in this. Maybe 2, but then there were some revives.
I'd say 3 or 4. We counted everything. How many are here? 6?
So there were, yeah.
2 of them might have been. 2 of them are people that I think died twice. You know, like if they die originally, brought back and die again. So there might only be 3 or 4. I mean, those count as deaths, I guess, technically, even
But
if
then
the
they're
same person.
revives.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, okay.
That's how it works. So there's this one funny line where they're about to kill the prostitute. She's like, "Oh, what's this? A freebie or a twofer?
2 for 1.
I don't do that, especially not for cops." It's like she's got this prostitute rule book. I didn't want to forget to mention that. This whole episode, Mickey's just depressed, and she's writing suicide notes.
She wasn't writing a suicide
Not
note.
suicide, but a note of, Ryan can read after he grows up and I'm dead.
Yeah.
There's a picture she's got of John D. LeMay, so he's in this episode, his likeness, as she's writing a letter to him that he can read once he graduates frickin' high school. And she's long dead.
Yeah, whatever.
This episode's I can't believe how. Yeah, it's just like, I think the last one we liked a lot, and
Well, I don't say I don't like this episode. I think they're just trying to figure out where to go with it. It seemed
they
kind of
never
in and out.
did, yeah.
Well, they kind of did. I mean, They were mad at Johnny for using the coin to bring back his dad, but Johnny's got a point. You used the coin to bring back Mickey, but Mickey was also killed by the coin. See, these other
Ooh.
people were not
And it
killed
was
by the
also
coin.
not years.
Yeah,
It was just moments later.
a
But
couple days.
it's interesting seeing, Johnny like trying to. It's kind of
He's trying
realistic
to
in
fit
that
in.
it's kind of realistic in that he's new to this, and Mickey and Jack are longtime veterans of this work, and he's kind of remember when he tried to break up
Oh yeah,
the
the
cursed
chair.
chair and it wouldn't break, and so he's just all over the place like an idiot, doesn't
But
know
they're
what he's.
showing that good character development. I mean, because
Yeah, I don't know.
think about it.
Be
He's like,
developed
well,
just for the end of the series, but whatever.
true. I mean, I don't know if they wanted more seasons than they did, but you got to look at Johnny's logic that they used the coin to bring Mickey back to life. But here's the thing: the coin killed Mickey, and then Mickey got brought back to life with the coin. These other deaths were not via the coin. So what if the coin deaths or the coin revisions without the coin death brings back a shadow of the former self? I mean, they remember things,
They're
but
reanimated, but just
yeah.
like it's so funny when the dad was back. He's like,
What's going
"What's
on,
going
Johnny?
on, son?"
What's going
And
on?
they, of course, Johnny, once Dad is revived, they go to fishing, and it's just like nothing like the same, like nothing
Yeah.
like it was. So it's just this whole episode was just depressing. I guess is my problem with it. And yeah, I'm not a big cop enthusiast, and it deals with cops, one dead, one alive, undead.
Zombified.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, okay, but we have to mark Mickey at the end.
What does
was
marker mean?
Well, okay, so give her due justice. So at the end, they're doing a chase scene and trying to, like, the zombie cop has the coin because the zombie cop killed his life partner, which his not life partner, his partner that brought him back, not his life partner.
Oh man.
Because something about the coin just might have, got part of his soul, I guess, whatever. So he's like, Mickey was kind of right because the cop wanted to kill Mickey for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it was a life for a life, and maybe because she died by the coin and got brought back by the coin, maybe her life is worth more. I don't know. But the zombie cop is trying to, I don't know, kind of kill Mickey. But Johnny's trying to save his dad, so Dad runs off into the cemetery. Mickey gets knocked into a grave, and zombie
does
cop.
Jack.
Yeah, Jack gets knocked into
Do
a
they each
second
get
grave.
knocked into
They
two
both-
separate graves?
separate
Like, why
graves.
are
That
all these
was weird.
graves open?
I think
Well, I guess
the
one-
second grave was the gangster grave that they were trying to dig up to get the
Oh,
information
God.
from, so they can go to whatever. And we're past 13 minutes.
Yeah, well,
Ha ha ha. Thank you, Quincy. But anyway, at the end, she's in the grave, and the zombie cop is like, "Oh, you're easy target," and he gets. I think Johnny knocks zombie cop into the grave, and so Mickey's like, "Oh shit, whatever." Finds a shovel, bashes zombie cop's brains in, and she sees the coin. She's like, "Oh, here's the coin," and she gets the coin, and I guess the coin ends up going into the vault. They don't show that though, but
just assume.
Mickey feels better at the end, and Johnny's all
Oh, did we say that
fucked
Johnny's
over.
gotta use
Oh,
the coin to kill his
yeah.
dad?
yeah. That was sad. We kind of saw that happening though.
We saw it coming.
So yeah, Johnny had to make things right with his dad, and he's like, Dad's like, we'll talk again. I understand. I miss Mom. Where's Mom? I mean,
Is
he
Mom
probably was up in
okay?
heaven with heaven.
With
And
up in
with-
heaven with heaven.
Yeah, he
with
was up
Mom.
in heaven with heaven. Maybe Mom's the, whatever.
Heaven.
So,
Not
I don't know.
not
Go ahead. I'll
not
let you
a-
do your rating first.
not a great episode. One notch above full thumbs down.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
my choice, isn't it?
Okay, so I guess it's on the 7 if you're looking at it.
Yep, it's on the
Okay.
7 if you're looking at a clock with the hands.
Well, mine's kind of opposite. Mine's one notch from a thumbs up because of the
Jesus.
character development of Johnny.
Yeah.
That's why I give it such a high ranking because they were building up Johnny's character, and it was like Johnny and Mickey were vying for the limelight in this episode. They kind of split it in half, but I liked it.
I didn't.
It's hard to keep up with the deaths and the
Yeah, when people
zombification.
die and come back to zombie life and die again, it's like, okay, do we count the first death? Do we count the second death? Do we count both of their deaths? Like, yeah, so, I mean, altogether it's 6, including
6
people dying
deaths.
twice, so
Yeah.
it's 3 or 4. But, I mean, I don't think people even care about our death tally, do you people?
I think they do. So
Okay.
who's next?
Which one of us is right, people? Feel free to let us know in the comments.
Say something in the comments. I want to know if the deaths count or not.
To you. Okay, so next episode to look forward to is...
Hate on your dial. It's either a TV or a radio. I don't know if they ever got that radio from the insane asylum.
Oh,
So that
that'd
could be a recalled item.
That was a fun episode for me. I think I remember because I'm partial to old radios, so that's why. Well,
I'm gonna say it's a recall item.
You're gonna say season 3 is gonna be replete with old
recall
items.
Well, they've already brought back Medusa's shard. They brought back the penny. They brought back something else too.
Oh well.
But maybe they're just trying to wrap it all up in season 3. I don't know. But I'm going to say it's a recall from, was that season 1 where the radio was in
I
there?
can't even remember, you know what?
That was a while ago.
So, not only is she guessing what the item is, she's guessing if it's from a previous episode or not. So, we'll see if they're both right or both wrong.
What do you think?
I think it's just I think it's the radio from that episode.
But it could be a bad TV, too, because you have a TV dial back in those days.
Yeah, or it could be a bar of soap.
Dial. All right.
Do they still make that?
Yes, they do.
Good.
Well, thanks for tolerating us for almost 18 minutes.
Yep, thanks for tolerating, Beth, and we'll catch you on the next step for episode review, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to get it after we cut, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, no.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.